wanted to say something about, I was watching some videos on a feller named Jordan Peterson. Watched a few videos of, I guess, short lectures. A few short lectures and, his views. What I wanted to talk about was his views of monogamy. Though accurate, possibly accurate, there's obviously been studies done. There's obviously some kind of statistic, some kind of analysis on monogamous relationships. In his views, I don't know, I'm assuming he might be a married man himself. And one of the things he speaks on is, is the use of monogamous relationships being used just engaging in monogamous relationships to cheat on somebody, or just to say they have, I'm not, pretty much just getting involved in monogamy just to cheat on them. Like I said, this ain't meant to fire shots at him, so to speak. It's meant for intelligent conversation, not that this is going to go too far, or that he'll ever see it, or even if he sees it, it may not even get past whatever, 3 views. It's meant for intelligent conversation. I shouldn't even say intelligent conversation. I should say mature. It's not meant for today's culture. I guess you would call it a rap battle. And like I said, the views on monogamy are probably accurate. Though it's probably accurate. It could easily be changed or have been different at any point in history. It is not valued. I haven't read the studies, but I do practice monogamy. I'm probably not the most radical, but I do. I am very disciplined anyway. And in my views, and my way of putting it together, the way I add things up, is it's just not valued. Because that was one of his topics of discussion, that middle class or unwealthy, what's considered unwealthy monogamous men are being more so played by females they get in these monogamous relationships just to cheat on them with somebody with more wealth or a higher social status. I think is what his quote on the topic is. They get in monogamous relationships just to engage with somebody in a higher social status, I think is how he worded it. Like I said, that's just depends on where wealth is at the moment, and it's not here. It's not valued. You don't. There's no, and there's different ways of practicing monogamy, which is important too. Being laborious in monogamy, I mean, that's part of the biblical King James version of the Bible is the biblical way of a man, how a man is supposed to be married, how he treats marriage. So obviously, his labors will have something to do with his marriage. And being able to produce something is a skill. But it's not valued. And if you don't have some kind of labor, if you don't work in carpentry or whatever, I mean, there's plenty of other ways that monogamy tries to have value, but it just don't have any. As in, romantic novels or movies. It's just not valued. It don't have any value on it. Where the wealth is at the moment, they won't spend money on it, and I don't guess I blame them, because I probably wouldn't spend if something happened where it was eventually the tides turned and monogamy was wealthy again. I don't guess I would spend too much money on polygamous stuff, which is the irony of it. The irony of it is most religions that are polygamous by nature believe in multiple wives or what have you, only believe in one God, practice monogamy, is the irony of it. And me being a monogamous now, I mean, there's like what I say. What I say by nature is I didn't really. It's not something that I looked at and said I'm just going to try it on. I'll try it out for a week or two. No, it's just how I am. It's how I've been since I can remember. And their thing is, in polygamous activities, activists and radical activists only believe in one God. They only believe in one God, but they're polygamous. And what I was getting to on that is I'm monogamous, and since they only believe in one God, I think it's a little silly to believe in one God myself. So why not take a analytical approach to polygamous gods, to the belief in multiple gods. But the whole point in this video, the reason why I started this video was just the comment where, just comments where, you know, they're just using monogamy for reasons that's hard to understand anyway. Like I said, the way he put it is they get involved in monogamous relationships just to be involved with males of higher status. I think is how he put it. So I'm assuming wealth. And the whole point in this video was to express that the placement of value, the placement of wealth, is very important. That could change at the flip of a hat, and I'm sure it has multiple times throughout history. It all depends on where wealth is at the time. It's not valued. There's no value on monogamous relationships or the labors that monogamy has provided, or the arts of monogamy. That's a good way to put it. That just hit me. The arts of monogamy. You know, songs, novels, books, stories, movies. Monogamous art is just not valued. It's polygamous activities are more value is placed on polygamous activities at the time. And that's the takeaway from me making this video is just there's no value on monogamy. It's not valued. The wealth is with polygamous people that spend it on polygamous activities.